10,000 fearless on the move.
Let's go. Deep in the delta where the willows grow, in the soil stained by the blood of my ancestors. Punch bowl voices call out to my soul for justice. The wicked will reap what they've sown. Spirit of Aziz is back on the rise. Soldiers in the delta kept it alive. Time to stand up, take our place in the sun. Understand the time and what must be done.
10,000 fearless on the move.
Voices call out to my
10K fearless. This is it. 10K fearless on the move. Mississippi. Sip.
Gotta make a move and take control. Have something we can call our own. So shine your light, help the people see that now is the time for us to be free. And if you waiting on the pie in the sky, you better wake up fast. They told you a lie, cause big fields await the wide awake man. Elijah's got the master.
10,000 fearless on the move. 10K fearless.
Did you say Mississippi?
Mississippi. 10K fearless on the move.
Once again, where they moving at?
Mississippi. Sip. Injustice we've had enough. All of our divisions we're breaking up. Destiny has been calling us. The spirit of the Most High is guiding us.
See, the time is now. What you waiting on? Quit shooting your brothers. Put your gun down. Come on. They got a cage waiting for you if you keep that up. Early graves coming to you. From that, can't raise you up. Now, Sister Ida B and Fannie Lou, check them out and you'll know what to do. But if you really want your enemy to be alarmed, read the final call. Follow Farrakhan.
10,000 fearless on the move. 10K fearless.
We got more in Mississippi.
Mississippi. 10K fearless on the move.
Are you listening?
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Sip. 10K fearless on the move. 10K fearless on the move. 10K fearless on the move. In Mississippi. Mississippi. 10,000 fearless on the move.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you, and welcome to the 10K Fearless Tri-State Podcast. I am your brother, your friend, and host, Abdul Shahid Muhammad, and we are podcasting on location. We are live at Ground Zero at the epicenter of our subject for tonight. We are live in Senatobia, Mississippi. And before we go any further, please allow me to begin in the proper way in the name of Almighty God, Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. We bear witness to the oneness of God, to the oneness of his prophets, and to the oneness of the scriptures that were revealed through them to the whole of humanity. Please allow us to greet you with the greeting words of peace. In the Semitic language of all of the prophets, we say, Assalamu alaikum. Those words simply mean, may peace be unto you. We want to thank all of you for being patient with us. Man, I had a few hiccups and hit a couple of potholes trying to get started tonight. But, man, look, I'm thankful to be here in Senatobia with my brother Lumumba. He's our special guest for tonight. I want his mouth right at the microphone so we can hear him clearly, so we can get a clear picture of what's happening on the ground here at Ground Zero here in Senatobia, Mississippi, in the wake of the killing of one of our babies. Man, Kohen Wiley. So, brothers and sisters, we're going to get right to it. But before we begin, I have to give you, as I always do, our axioms that undergird our conversation. And to my brother William, give me a call in about Soon as I finish the commercials, brother, we want you to call in so you can give us the farm report. And immediately following that, we're going to get right to Brother Lumumba because we want to give him most of the hour to give us a clear picture of what's happening and how the community is moving forward. And we're going to ask some serious, some critical questions as it relates to what happened and what is now happening in the wake of this tragedy. The axioms I'm going to give to you for this night. First one comes from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, wherein he said to us, quote, "He who gives you the diameter of your knowledge prescribes for you the circumference of your activity," end quote. Second one I like to give to you is also from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, where he says, quote, "A slave is one whose power and authority is ruled over by another, and whose sphere of freedom is limited according to the wishes of his master," end quote. And the third one I give to you, it comes from The Miseducation of the Negro, the great book by our brother and ancestor Carter G. Woodson. And this is instructive for us, brothers and sisters, because we have to understand in every discipline, from religion to politics to their universities and to any other sphere of influence where we have been under their tutelage or the tutelage of our former slave masters and their children, we have not been properly informed or educated, especially where divine guidance or spiritual instruction is concerned. So Carter G. Woodson said these words in his book, quote, "When you control a man's thinking, you do not have to worry about his actions. You do not have to tell him to go here or yonder. He will find his proper place and will stay in it. You do not need to send him to the back door. He will go without being told. In fact, if there's not a back door, he will cut one for his special benefit. His education makes it necessary," end quote. Those are the three axioms we want to give to you to get things started. And we're going to take that break that we always do. We always want you to support those who are supporting us. So let me see. There we go. So we're going to break away real quick, brothers and sisters, and we're going to ask you to hold on, and we're going to be right back right after these commercial announcements.
12, chilling in the studio, taking over the world. Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. I come in peace, I don't mean you no harm. I say assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. I come in peace, I don't mean you know, I don't mean you know. See, I come in peace, and nobody I am hurting except my enemies. But for my
Shake's famous seasonings, flavors for every occasion. Want to add a touch of authentic flavor to any dish? Searching for a unique range of seasonings that always put great taste on the menu? Welcome to Shake's famous seasonings. Whether you're a professional chef, passionate home cook, or a complete beginner in the kitchen, taste and flavor should always be on the menu. It's why Master Chef Rashid Muhammad has combined more than 30 years in the kitchen with a passion for mouth-watering flavors to create a range of seasonings unlike any other. Always gluten-free, so you can enjoy great taste exactly how nature intended. Versatile flavors that work with fresh fish, chicken, or vegetables from the very first bite. Authentic cooking experience that adds something special to any occasion. Versatile seasonings that are perfect for baking, frying, grilling, and plenty of tasting. Ready for real, authentic flavor? When it's time to see just how delicious seasoned foods can be, why wait? With the click of a button, you can have 30 years of passion for food sent direct to your door. Just what you need to add flavors to every occasion and create meals that you'll always want to eat twice.
Place your order at sfseasonings.com. That's sfseasonings.com.
Taste the difference. Taste supreme. Enjoy our 100% natural Supreme Spring Water with natural calcium and magnesium, but zero fluoride and zero chloride. Our bottles are BPA free. Order yours today. Call us at 800-573-8033. That's 800-573-8033. Or visit us online at www.supremespring.com. SupremeSpringWater.com. Live supreme. Be supreme. Drink supreme. Supreme Spring Water. 801 Joseph E. Boone Boulevard, Northwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30314.
The Urban Indulgence Bath and Body Boutique. At Urban Indulgence, we pride ourselves on offering quality, effective skincare. Handcrafted with plant-based, skin-loving ingredients, our soaps and body butters will give you luxurious lather and ultimate moisture. Experience the Urban Indulgence at 3314 Poplar Avenue in Memphis, 3 blocks west of Poplar Plaza, or shop with us online at theurbanindulgence.com. theurbanindulgence.com.
What's your source for truth in news reporting?
Justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
Where do you turn for non-corporate driven news that's fair and balanced?
No shoot. No shoot.
Subscribe to the Final Call News, your #1 free and independent news source that delivers hard-hitting national and international news coverage of today's political, economic, and social issues. To subscribe to local home delivery, call us at area code 662-252-8999. That's 662-252-8999. Visit our website at www.finalcall.com.
Worldwide, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Download the Final Call radio app and take us everywhere. On your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also log on to finalcall.com and click the Listen Live button or finalcallradio.com. Final Call Radio, the official voice of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam.
10,000 fearless on the move.
You use your religion as an excuse not to stand up and fight your natural enemy. And the only people on this earth, Brother Alton, the only people on this earth that use their religion and their so-called belief in God as an excuse not to stand up and confront their enemy is my people. Negroes are the only people I know that use it.
And we are back live here with the 10K Fearless Tri-State Podcast. I am your brother, your host, and your friend, Abdul Shaheed Muhammad. And we're fixing to get the farm report in. We got our brother, William Muhammad, on the line. And we're going to go ahead and get that report in. Of course, I like to welcome my brother in always because he does the hard work of being in the hot sun, making sure that we're getting what we need on our own, that we can, degree by degree, get our mouth out of our enemy's kitchen. Brother William, you there?
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir. What you got for us today? What's growing, man?
Yes, sir. I was actually trying to get on like I did last time with the live video. I guess I'm having a blunt moment. But,
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to start first with with our national report from Dr. Ridgely over at Muhammad Farms. Most importantly, with the staple goods products of wheat, he said that there'll be a shortage of wheat this year. It'll be even shorter than last year due to the Johnson grass that's growing up in it. And, of course, he doesn't use any herbicides or pesticides to keep, the grass and stuff out. So we may be taking a little hit this year. He said that it may not even be on the next staple good order.
Wow.
It just depends on, yes, sir. So it just depends on, how it goes with the harvest. And so, he got some watermelons and had an issue with those because so many deer were getting over in there, and the crows picking holes in them. So, but they out there picking. They started last Saturday, which was July 4th.
Right. Okay.
And, right. So I was supposed to find out sometime this evening what he'll be looking like for the rest of the week as far as watermelons, because they were out there Saturday and they only got about 11 watermelons out of 2 hours of harvesting.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir. So we have an issue keeping the animals out. And on our state project, I'm actually out here on the farm now picking okra and cucumbers and squash. So it's looking pretty good. I'm going to try to get back out here maybe Saturday evening, and hopefully I can have something to bring up to the mosque for this coming Sunday, inshallah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. And that's the state. No, that was the national. Okay.
Well, that's the state. That was,
Okay.
that was
the
national
state.
first, then the state. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And locally, man, we're still kind of, tentative.
Yes, we're still kind of behind, but we're not behind as far as the fall planting season because it's just beginning the summer. But we still got time to plant plenty of things for the fall.
Right.
We're just about us being able to get out there and get that till on the ground and till some ground up. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, all right, my brother. As always, man, we certainly, absolutely appreciate you giving us a report so we can keep our ear to the ground, man, about growing our food. Until next time, my brother, we'll have you on our next episode. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Thank you, sir.
That was our brother, William Muhammad. He is our student in the Ministry of Agriculture for the Holly Springs Study Group. And he makes sure that we get a farm report every time we broadcast live here. Now, it's time to move on to what's really happening. We wanted to have this discussion about our baby brother, our nephew, our son, our grandson, our great-grandson, who was just 1 year into his life on this planet, Kohen Wiley. And what we must do, not should do, not ought to do, but what we must do, brothers and sisters, to never let this happen again. Operative words are must, never, and happen. It must never happen again. And we got to make our communities safe and decent. Tonight we have with us our brother and our friend. I affectionately call him the Black Panther of the Delta, but he's really more than that. I want to thank this brother for accepting the humble invitation to be face-to-face tonight. Now, he's not remote because I wanted him right at the microphone so he can tell us what's going on in Senatobia. Our brother and friend, Brother Patrick Lumumba. Brother Lumumba, how you doing tonight, man?
Oh, man, I'm dealing with the circumstances.
Yeah, I can see it's written all over your face like that Rude Boy song, brother. We are prayerful, brothers and sisters, as you tune in. We want to thank those of you who have tuned in. I see you. I see all the way in Charlotte, North Carolina. You're listening from Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you for tuning in, Brother John C. Barnett, brother who fought the good fight down there in stinking Rankin County where those brothers were tortured. Brother Lumumba, man, I want to just start off and just let us know how you doing, man, because, oftentimes brothers like yourself, even myself, we out here, man, trying to make a meaningful contribution to the onward march of liberation. How are you doing, brother?
Brother, I'm doing as good as the situation would have me, I guess.
Yes, sir.
I really don't know.
Yes, sir.
This is uncharted water, that we're in right now. So I'm here.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I'm here.
Well, I'm here with you, brother. We're here with you. That's why I made the trip down, and I want you to know, man, that this platform is going to be used in the way it should be used, that in the best interest of the whole of our people and not no one individual or organization. Because there's a lot of brothers and sisters out here fighting you just right down the street. So we would be derelict not to have you here, brother, to tell one of the most tragic stories I've heard in a very, very long time. So, brother, give us a thumbnail sketch of where we are in the community, or however you want. I want to give you the freedom to tell the story and give us an update on what's happening. Then we'll get to some specific questions.
Yeah, well, I think before we talk about where we are, let's talk about how we got here.
Yes, sir.
On February June. See, that's how discombobulated I am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
June 14, approximately 2:15. Me and my daughter was actually in the local Dollar Tree here in Senatobia, and she wanted a whatchamacallit candy bar. And there was an unusual request by her, to want a whatchamacallit candy bar. So we went to the Dollar Tree to get that, and they didn't have it. And she said, Dad, why don't we go to Walmart? I'll go to Walmart.
Wow.
I mean, that's how crazy it is. She said, why don't we go to Walmart? And a lady heard her that we know. We, Senatobia, Mississippi, 8,000 people, 10,000 people. And she said, Patrick, I don't think y'all want to go to Walmart right now. I said, what's going on? She said, they just said a lady I think a baby done got shot on the parking lot. I said, what? She said, yeah, I think a lady, she was on the phone. She said, they said a lady and a baby got shot on the parking lot by the police. You know my nature. My nature, I don't run from that.
That's right.
I know it's a 99.99999% of the chance that a black person just got shot
Mm-hmm.
by the police.
Right.
So I strapped True in the car and I rolled up on the Walmart parking lot. And lo and behold, you know, seen the police, unusual amount of police.
Mm-hmm.
And I pulled up on the employees because a lot of the employees from Walmart had came outside.
Mm-hmm.
And a young man about 19, 20 years old, he looked. And I asked him to come over. I beckoned to him and he said, I asked him, I said, what happened? He said, somebody just got shot, a lady and her son. I mean, a child, a baby. I said, really? He said, yeah. He said, and he had this gazing look in his eye, and he said,
right.
He said, that ain't right. I said, what ain't right? He said, man, I don't understand why somebody would be shot for shoplifting. And I said, yeah,
wow.
I understand. So I pulled down on the parking lot, man, and I just sat there and just sat back in my seat, Brother Shaheed. And in true essence, I looked at her in the passenger seat, and she said, Dad? She said, the police just shot a baby?
Excuse me, y'all.
Yeah,
Ooh,
so
man, with your baby in the car.
I was there, brother. You know what I'm saying? 15 minutes after this took place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, after Kohen Wiley was basically killed, you know, by a state-sponsored bullet on Walmart parking lot. And that's how intricately arranged the situation was that I myself, you know, experienced this.
Yes, sir.
You know, so naturally, you know, I felt like the universe had put me in a place where I supposed to be dealing with this firsthand.
Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah. Brothers and sisters, those of you who have just tuning in, we are at Ground Zero here in Senatobia, Mississippi, with 10K Fearless Tri-State Podcast. We're here with our brother Patrick Lumumba, and I mean, I wish you could be here to look in his eyes. It's written on his face, and it's written on my face. I know it's been in my spirit. This is a different, as he's just stated, this is uncharted waters. So, brother, one of the questions that I want to ask you as it relates to the recent city council meeting or alderman meeting, really, that was held. What was that?
Tuesday.
That was Tuesday.
Right.
And there was some trouble with news and certain people getting in. What can you tell or share with us from that meeting? Because I know the news did their reporting, and we know sometimes when what they report gets to the editing room, sometimes a good portion of what the people might need to hear get cut out. So would you share with us some of the things that you know the people really need to hear about what happened in that meeting?
Well, first of all, if you don't mind, I think it'd be better served if we back up to the first city council meeting.
That's fine, brother. Hey, look.
Yeah.
Do as you will, bro.
Yes, sir.
Do as you will.
So I think it'd be better couched than people can arrange. I mean, can really see what it is that we're dealing with.
Got you. Go right ahead.
That Tuesday following the murder,
right,
the killing on the 14th, the 15th, I made a social media post because I was determined to make sure that somebody's held accountable and justice is going to be served. So I made a social media post demanding that we descend on the city council meeting that was going to be on the 16th, which was that Tuesday,
right,
June the 16th. And you yourself, brother, and some of the other FOI came and assisted, you know, us to the tune of about 500 people assembling downtown Senatobia, 500 to 1,000 people assembling downtown Senatobia. But the thing is that people need to realize was the amount of state resistance to a basic city council meeting. What didn't amount to a basic city council meeting, because we had demanded we were going to come downtown and speak to our local council about what happened on Walmart parking lot. And what happened on Walmart parking lot was basically a Senatobia police officer responding to a shoplifting call with deadly force. And that's what people need to keep in their mind, is that a Senatobia police officer responded to a shoplifting call with deadly force. And as long as I lived in Senatobia, Mississippi, that never is a possibility that could happen.
Wow.
It's never a possibility that can happen. As long as I lived in Senatobia, the running joke in Senatobia was, don't get your ass walked out of Walmart in handcuffs trying to take them folks' stuff.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Right.
That means that the worst thing that can happen to you, shoplifting in Walmart, is the embarrassment of getting walked from the back of the store to the front of the store in handcuffs. Never death. Never death. On June the 14th, that changed because of a deranged, testosterone-driven race soldier.
Yes, sir.
Decided that he wanted to train his gun on 2 women and a baby.
Wow.
On 2 women and a baby. So that Tuesday, we marched down to City Hall. You were right there.
Yes, sir. I wanted to be
and
with
you saw it.
Yes, sir.
You saw it. You saw the resistance.
I looked in the eyes of each one of them.
The state resistance. Force.
Yes, sir.
As though we killed somebody.
On top of rules and everything, family.
Yes, sir. So I just wanted people to understand that the background of this right here and what happened this Tuesday was another level of their resistance.
Yes, sir.
It was a more controlled setting. They didn't want the takeover that happened on June the 16th.
Right.
They didn't want that to happen July the 7th.
Right.
So, but they put up measures of restraint. And I really want black people to understand what we're dealing with when we're talking about these municipalities and the power that you have given them. Okay?
Say that again.
The
power what?
The power that you have given them. We have given them. You know what I'm saying? And how they use that against us. And it's magnified when it comes to us extracting justice, you know, in a situation where social injustice had been practiced on us. And this time it's been practiced on us in the worst form. They killed a baby.
Wow.
They killed a baby. So, yeah, the resistance was there. But we have since formulated the Senatobia Committee for Accountability and Transparency, which is SCAT, and to create a liaison between the people and a political apparatus for us to deal with the racism, the political racism that's being practiced. Because what people need to understand is that Hunter Foster was a racist that fired the gun. But there's a lot of political racism that protects Hunter Foster all the way up to the state level. And we're dealing with it right now with the unwillingness to release body cam footage on behalf of the Senatobia Police Department, and the unwillingness as well, corporate racism, the unwillingness as well for Walmart to release surveillance footage, which will bring more clarity to this issue. Because there's no doubt in my mind that the only crime that was committed that day was Hunter Foster pulling his gun and killing our baby.
Okay. Now, brother, I was out there, man, and I noticed someone walked up and gave you a manila folder. And in that folder, I learned that it was, for the most part, some of the background of the officer that was involved as it relates to previous agency that he worked for. What can you share with us in terms of his background and what this municipality should have known or did know, yet hired him anyway?
That Hunter Foster is a rogue cop. He's a reject, basic failure that fell up in the Senatobia Police Department. I'm gonna say that again. He fell up. Okay.
I hope y'all got that.
To the Senatobia Police Department, which is basically last chance you. You know, in sports terminology, last chance you.
Right.
Seemed like a cesspool of racist misfits, you know, that are accommodated by a political mindset that allow them to flourish.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Which creates a very dangerous atmosphere for black people. I argue that Senatobia, Mississippi is a very, probably the most dangerous place for black people to live due to violence. And it's not violence what we would typically be talking about, which like we always talk about black on black. Nah, this is the violence from state-sponsored violence.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm beginning to feel like when black people in Senatobia step outside their door, they already in minimum security.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, Brother Lumumba, I got my live comment feed going here, and the brothers and sisters are on, man, and they're giving you kudos, and they're enjoying what they're hearing. This is edutainment. We want to keep you informed more so than entertained than anything. We only entertain because sometimes, brothers and sisters, what we go through is so painful. It can make a brass monkey cry, man. And, sometimes you have to have a moment of levity just to keep our sanity, brother, because I don't know if we give due estimation. A 1-year-old child was shot from the right side of his rib cage through his body, and the projectile exited the left side of his rib cage.
Right.
And I'm pausing because I want that to sink in. Okay? So, Brother Lumumba, okay, Hunter Foster, they knew, or they should have known, that he was not the kind of material that would have been fit to be given that level of authority and that level of power to police a community and do it in a way that would be in line with their policies. Now, this is a part of the conversation that I hear very few people talk about, or a question that I don't hear nobody ask. And that is, were either of those women arrested or charged with shoplifting? That you know?
Not to this day.
Not to this day.
Not to this day.
Both of them are at home.
Yes. One of them is at home still suffering from wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm of the belief that the same bullet that went through Cohen's body, his very little body, actually hit the driver too. See, I'm of that belief. You know what I'm saying? That bullet that went through Cohen's body didn't stop.
Right.
Okay?
It didn't, because it exited.
And see, I want black people to become very common sense intelligent right here. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we get on this social media and white people begin to paint narratives, and we begin to tell the story from whether the hunter got the gun. And it was literally, and I'm going to make something out of this. I'm doing T-shirts now again. See, Hunter Foster's name ain't Hunter for nothing. Okay? See, that's divine to me. He was hunting that day. Okay? Hunter Foster was hunting that day. And he fired a bullet. He fired a bullet into a car, a moving vehicle in a public parking lot. All police policy. This ain't the first time I done dealt with police sanctioned killings. Same thing happened in Gulfport, Mississippi, when Jaheim McMillan jumped out of the car.
Right.
And they swear he had a gun in his hand with nothing but his cell phone. He was running away.
He was running
away.
That was clear.
From Officer Nasser. And Officer Nasser trained his gun on Jaheim at point blank range in front of the Family Dollar store in Gulfport, Mississippi, and fired into Jaheim's head, shooting him in the head, a kill shot. He fell on the ground, blood on the concrete, and he handcuffed him. But the thing I'm saying is...
And how old was Jaheim?
14.
14. That's what I want you all to hear.
14. Same age Emmett Till was. And what black people need to understand is that it's a pathological sickness that we're dealing with. And that pathological sickness have guns now, and they're politically backed. And that's what makes it so hard for us and so dangerous for us. But what I'm saying is that Hunter Foster know the policies. You don't fire your gun in an open parking lot. You don't fire your gun into a moving car that's actually fleeing away from you for all intended purposes. Ain't nobody trying to run over you, Hunter Foster. They running from you. You a monster.
Exactly.
You firing shots. Why would somebody run towards you? They running from you. And the young lady managed to be able to make it to the hospital with a bloody baby.
And a bullet in her?
And a bullet in her. So we got to stop playing into these people's narrative and playing into the MBI that's already manipulating this story right now.
Yes, sir. And brother, I want the audience to know, I like the groundwork you laid. The first council meeting and then the second. Brothers and sisters, at that first council meeting, that one I was inside, the second one we weren't allowed in. And I want you all to know, I looked in the eyes of each one of those alderpersons. And a community outrage, the indifference, it was like, and I'm not being mean-spirited. I'm just telling you what I observed, because I've seen this for years, doing what I've done professionally for 32 years. There was no emotion in any of them. There was only the attitude to hold fast to their position. They were unmoving in their position. But Brother Lumumba forced them. He had to force them to move some from the position they had taken. They had a mental posture where we are not yielding to anything. But thanks be to God that this brother was able to get some movement. Now, Brother Lumumba, with that stated, these sisters committed no crime. They haven't been charged. They're at home. I question whether or not a theft report was taken by the Senatobia police. Now, the question for me is, do we know whether or not this caller weaponized the police against those sisters unnecessarily? Because, you know, police get weaponized against black folk all the time.
Right.
We can be sitting and doing nothing. They just don't want us around, and they'll call the police. Just call the police. Have you heard anything on that front?
I actually haven't. Mm-hmm. But white supremacy is a well-oiled machine. Of course, we know this. Mm-hmm. So we got to oil our machine too.
Right.
You know, so we have been working with people that's on our side that understand the protocol of Walmart.
Right.
That understand what shoplifting protocol is and what policies are and how those calls are made. Mm-hmm. And we are beginning to formulate our own narrative of what more than likely happened.
Right.
You know, those police officers were responding to a shoplifting call.
Right.
And these young ladies were never held in Walmart for shoplifting. Mm-mm. Okay. They were actually checking out at a self-check and walking out of Walmart. So if somebody called them on a shoplifting, the shoplifting policy, like I said, it was always you get caught in Walmart and you get taken to the back and held until the police get there.
That's what happened.
These young ladies were walking out. The initial report, which they lied about, and they took the criminality out of it once I made a post because they said they saw a woman and a child flee into a car. I don't even believe they were fleeing to the car.
I don't believe they were fleeing either.
I don't believe that they were fleeing to a car. That's what they said. You understand what I'm saying? To create a narrative of pursuit that would be in your mind, I don't even believe they were fleeing.
No,
I just believe that those young ladies checked out. They were at the self-check. So the shoplifting thing, you know, it don't work along with Walmart's policy is what I'm saying. If they were shoplifting, they get caught and they go to the back of the store until the police get there and they get walked out in handcuffs. Okay. So these young ladies left out of the store.
Now the question becomes, brother, for me, I've been in Walmart. I'm sure most of us have. When you check out, even at the self-check, before you get to the door, there's a person there that's looking at receipts.
Absolutely.
So if they got out, the question becomes, who called the police? Was it the person that was at the door that checked the receipt? Or was it someone else in another area that think they saw something and didn't see what they really saw? But that's a question that remains to be answered.
Right.
But I do think video footage from Walmart will clear all of that up.
Absolutely.
And to the degree that video footage has not been released, to that same degree, it gives me the notion that the video footage is not in their favor, particularly the favor of the senator. Because, I mean, if video footage is in my favor and I want to exonerate myself, I'd be like, here, see, look.
Right here.
Here it is. See, now y'all be quiet. This is what happened.
Right.
But they want to put the onus on Mississippi Bureau of Investigation and like, well, my hands are tied. I can't do nothing. That's not true.
Right.
That's simply not true.
Right.
Man. Right. Look, brother, we're at 8:08. We're about halfway through, man. As usual, I'm gonna take a quick break, brother. And brothers and sisters, Y'all stay with us because we're going to get to some of these questions as it relates to what we as a community, because our subject is what we must do to never let this happen again. 3 words that are most important. Never happen again is what we need to get to. So brothers and sisters, stand by. We'll be right back after our commercial messages.
Taste the difference. Taste Supreme. Enjoy our 100% natural Supreme spring water with natural calcium and magnesium, but 0 fluoride and 0 chloride. Our bottles are BPA free. Order yours today. Call us at 800-573-8033. That's 800-573-8033. Or visit us online at www.supremespringwater.com. Live supreme. Be supreme. Drink supreme. Supreme Spring Water. 801 Joseph E. Boone Boulevard, Northwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30314.
The Urban Indulgence Bath and Body Boutique. At Urban Indulgence, we pride ourselves on offering quality, effective skincare. Handcrafted with plant-based, skin-loving ingredients, our soaps and body butters will give you luxurious lather and ultimate moisture. Experience the Urban Indulgence at 3314 Poplar Avenue in Memphis, 3 blocks west of Poplar Plaza, or shop with us online at theurbanindulgence.com. theurbanindulgence.com.
What's your source for truth in news reports?
Justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
Where do you turn for non-corporate driven news that's fair and balanced?
No shoot. No shoot. No shoot.
Subscribe to the Final Call News, your #1 free and independent news source that delivers hard-hitting national and international news coverage of today's political, economic, and social issues. To subscribe to local home delivery, call us at area code 662-252-8999. That's 662-252-8999. Visit our website at www.finalcall.com.
Worldwide, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Download the Final Call radio app and take us everywhere. On your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also log on to finalcall.com and click the Listen Live button or finalcallradio.com. Final Call Radio, the official voice of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam.
Okay, family, we're back live here with the 10K Fearless Tri-State Podcast. Once again, I'm your brother, your friend, and your host, Abdul Shaheed Muhammad. We're here live in Senatobia, Mississippi with our brother Patrick Lumumba, and I wanted him to give us a clear picture. Now, those of you that may not know, this brother is not new to this. I watched a short video clip that my brother did, and I don't want to speak for him. I want him to, so the people will know, brother, the background that you have, because I'm looking at the thread from the people that are on YouTube Live, and I want you all to know that may not have saw the clip that you did, brother. Could you share a little bit of that with the audience?
Well, it was just basically, I got a brother by the name of Hollywood. Shout out to him and KWK Productions and Podcast. that wanted to clear the air because of the things they hear. Social media had become such a thing in our lives. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got a platform now. You know, everybody got something to say. You know, and likes and shares and comments and all that have become a currency to us, and clout building and attention and all these different things. So it's a lot of talk out there about how Patrick get out front of this thing. What is he looking for? Because we monetize everything now. Everything is monetized. But people need to understand, truly understand, and I think my son said it best, and I think I referenced that in the clip that I think you're speaking about.
Yes, sir.
He said, Dad, all of this is frustrating me, as this thing with baby Kohen, because that's what it's really about. That's what people need to understand. It's really about the dehumanizing of black people.
That's the big picture.
At the hands of white power, to the point where they have dehumanized us, to the point where they feel that they can kill our babies. It's about our humanity right now. And I have always stood, Brother Shaheed.
I know, brother.
I have always stood, when the cameras weren't there, when there wasn't no social media. I've been doing this for 30 years, man. And my son told me, he said, Dad, they talking about you and they saying you so strong and we glad we got your dad and this and that. And he said, you've been doing this the whole time. He said, you've been doing it the whole time. Ever since he was a baby, that's all he knew his dad would do.
Right.
So people need to understand that, this is not about money. And that's why we in the depraved state of existence that we in right now.
Yes, sir.
Because money, material, and proximity to white people. I'm going to say it again. Money, material, and proximity to white people have stagnated black people in our maturity, in our growth, in our moral composition. And any people who don't have a moral character, those are people who, baby, you can kill and there's no consequence.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, brother, thank you. I wanted to get that in, man. This is this brother's hometown. So I am visiting, and just to let those of you in the audience know, the podcast we have is funded by brothers in the FOI. We put our pennies together. It's not monetized. We made this podcast for Mississippi because so much happens down here in the Delta that never see the light of day beyond the local news, and then the local news will skew it. So, brother, look, I want to dovetail into the second half of the program. It's 8:16. We probably got about 25 more minutes that we want to deal with this at the most. I'm trying to think what I want to deal with. Let's deal with what you were just mentioning about how social media, the ubiquitous environment. Social media is everywhere at once. So when you type whatever you type and push enter, millions of eyes instantaneously at the speed of light, get to see these opinions. And I got to be honest with you, brother. I have seen some of the most vile and repugnant comments about this young sister and the young lady. And it's based on them believing that they committed a crime. Well, we just cleared that up. Neither of them have been arrested. Share with us, brother, your sentiment and just whatever you want to share in terms of clearing up or addressing some of these comments and what signal and message we should draw from what's being said by those in this community negatively about this situation.
Yeah. Well, first of all, you see so much on social media, man. And if you really want to know the nature of people, the nastiness of people, the vileness of people, some of the things that people say when they can hide behind a keyboard is very, very telling.
Yeah.
It's very, very telling what people can say when they can hide behind a keyboard. So a lot of that, I just have to look past that.
Yes, sir.
Because I want to engage it. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm not the one that always gonna try and take the moral high road. See, we've been taught to and trained to always take the moral high road, so to speak. But see, I'm kind of like my teacher, Baba Shabaka Afrika. You hit me in my stomach, I'm gonna hit you in your nuts.
That's
you
us,
understand
bro.
what I'm saying?
Fight with those who
you
fight
hit me
with
in my
you.
stomach, I'm gonna hit you in your nuts. Okay. So my point is, I can't fight every one of those battles, because these people, these races, they are very nasty, man, and they are very well. I don't expect more of them. You know what I'm saying? I know our people are waiting on white people to say, "Oh, we wrong."
No, they're not gonna do that, brother.
That's what our people are waiting on. The majority of them waiting on white people to forgive us. Even like sitting in the city council and seeing the hardening of white people's face. See, all that is the confidence in a system. To me, it's just them having a confidence in their political system of racism have been unpenetrable. We ain't been able to penetrate that. So this time I feel that it's something different. It's gonna take place. So that smirk that everybody's talking about, the mayor got, the smirk that the alderman got, and the uncertainty that the black aldermen have. See, I think we have to crack that veil of invincibility. And white supremacy is gonna have to start losing its confidence, and black people gonna have to start building ours. So, I'm really not shaken by those vile comments. I'm really shaking more, concentrated more on breaking the confidence of a system that's been perpetually dealing with us in a harsh way.
Yes, sir. Brother, when you talked about, appealing to a people, our people have this expectation, that the racist element in this country are going to soften towards us. Reminds me of something, I'm a scriptural man. It reminds me of something found in the book of John, chapter 8, around verse 42. And Jesus asked the question of the Jews he was in an argument with. He said, "Why do you not understand my speech? Even because you can't hear my word." Then he said, "My word has no place in you." So people that have those kinds of hearts, because he was talking to a people when he at a certain point, he said, "Ye are of your father, the devil." So we're appealing to a system and a people in power that will not, that our appeal will not resonate with. If it hadn't resonated with them in over 470 years, come on, man.
Right.
It's not going to happen. And some people will say, "Well, see, you giving up." No, we're not giving up. We're facing reality.
Right.
We're accepting the reality of what we are dealing with. Okay.
So, can I say something to that?
Yes, sir. Of course.
Because this critical mass that's formulating right here in Senatobia, I feel the shift. I feel the shift in the paradigm of our spirit. I feel the paradigm shift in our spirit. That's what I meant to say.
Yes, sir.
See, this is not an appeal to white people to observe the errors of their ways and turn away from their ways. This is not that. This is an appeal to black people.
Yes, sir.
To gain the moral fortitude.
Yes, sir.
To respond, because this is the thing. History is a set of circumstances and events that's going to continue to happen how they happen until we decide to change them.
Right.
A bully's action that go unchecked, the bully's action don't get better. The bully's action get worse. All of us was in elementary school, and the bully always took your lunch.
If you let him keep on,
he gonna keep taking your lunch.
He's gonna take more than your lunch.
He gonna take the money out your pocket. You know what I'm saying? He take the hat off your head until you decide to stop it. Even if you get your ass whooped, you're gonna have to stand up.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's
so
right.
my appeal and that the spirit that is resurrected in me every day I get up is not to white people.
Right.
My appeal is to black people. Okay? My appeal is to black people to have the moral character to stand up for our own humanity.
Yes, sir. Now, you're going exactly where I want to go. And we have some people online, Brother Lumumba, they got questions for you as regards to scat. And keep this one on the top of your head if you want to address it later in a few more minutes. The question is coming from 7 Heaven, 7 Again. The question for Mr. Patrick, does SCAT have other protests planned? Me, but that's a loaded question, but I don't know. But if you want to answer it a little later, because I want to get these in. You talked about our people, and that being the focus. What we're dealing with, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has giving us the instruction. Our marching orders is to make our communities a safe and decent place to live. That's on us to do. No benevolent politician gonna do that for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's tantamount to asking a man to clean your house, and then you get mad with him for not cleaning it the way you want it clean. You asking another man to discipline your children, but when he spank them the way he feel they should be spanked, you get upset.
Mm.
But you should have taken that responsibility yourself, okay? Now, what to the community? This is to the Senatobia community, Brother Lumumba.
Mm-hmm.
What is the responsibility at this point, as you see it, in the immediate in the immediate wake of this? What is their responsibility?
To organize, to extract justice. Now, that was a two-part question because they asked about protest.
Right.
Okay, let me explain something about protest.
Mm-hmm.
Protests are based on emotions.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when things happen, when they happen, the rage that is created creates the protest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it creates the protest.
Right.
Protests are based on rage and righteous indignation. So going forward, I don't know what protest. I don't even like the idea of planning a protest. See, you got to have a righteous indignation of fire, that's burning to truly protest. Planning a protest, I don't know. I know how to plan to go downtown and address the city council, but rage is what drives a protest. Like Martin Luther King said, rioting is the voice of the oppressed.
Yep, of the unheard. That's
So
what he said.
now I do understand the organized chaos that come with rage, and I think we at a point now because that initial marching, that initial sign toting, that initial rage, that's just the first quarter.
Yes, sir.
That's just the first quarter.
That's just the kickoff, man.
That's just the kickoff. And see, most of the time when that's over with, and baby, in this instance, baby Kohen body has been laid to rest. See, I felt black people going back to sleep.
Don't even come off the sideline no more to
Right.
line up for the next play.
And the system, they wait on that.
Yes, sir.
So
Absolutely.
we in an organizing phase right now. What we doing right now is trying to keep black people engaged and keep reminding you to stay focused on what the real wrong is in this. A race soldier drew his gun and took a kill shot on a shoplifting call. Okay?
Yeah. And brother, the organize. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has taught us, as his teacher, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, black people suffer from several forms of death. And those forms are mental, spiritual, moral, economic, political, and social death. The two that this incident should begin to shake us to consciousness is political. We need to awaken from political death and awaken from this suspended consciousness of economic death. You see what I'm saying? So, civically speaking and economically speaking, do you agree that organizing needs to be done on that level as well?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. We're experiencing right now both of those racisms right now. The
Yes, sir.
political racism, which is the racism that's going to protect a killer.
Yes, sir.
What else should we see it as?
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? The political racism is the racism that's going to protect a killer. Then the economic racism is the racism that's being practiced right now by Walmart, who seems to be more loyal to the political establishment than they are to their customer base and community.
Okay.
Because if Walmart was neutral, if Walmart was neutral in this position, then they'll just release the surveillance video.
Right.
But see, we understand. Our people on the inside understand the relationship of Walmart and the Senatobia Police Department. See, the things that I'm saying now, I'm saying them because I have no fear. And I need my people not to have no fear.
Absolutely.
See, there's people out here right now that work at Walmart that know the truth, but they won't talk because they work at Walmart.
Ooh.
It's $15 an hour. That means something to us in our condition. You see what I'm saying? It's people downtown on the city council board right now that's not willing to do the moral right thing because they're afraid that they may get sued because the white folk got it in their head. We got to wait on MBI. You ain't got to wait on MBI to fire Hunter Foster.
Right. That's a policy.
You
hired him.
You don't have to wait on MBI investigation to fire Hunter Foster because what you assuming is that what if they come back and find him innocent? See, because you know this a crooked and wicked ass system. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So you around these white people, they got power to make you go against moral character, man. This man killed a baby.
Wow.
And America had decided a long time ago that the quality of white life is worth way more than black life.
Yes, sir.
So they'll save a deranged lunatic before they save a black baby.
Wow. You know, Brother Lumumba, I have a saying, man, and I've carried this, you know, particularly since I came to consciousness after hearing the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Anytime you're working a job, brothers and sisters, and for the sake of that job, you're willing to compromise your humanity, your integrity, your character, and the doing what's right in the face of grotesque wrong, you are no longer an employee. At that point, you are a slave because your power and authority is ruled over by your job, and your sphere of freedom is limited according to your supervisors and their ability to break your plate.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, brother. Now, this question ties into the responsibility of the community. One of those deaths we suffer from as we get ready to land this plane in a few minutes is spiritual death. What is the responsibility of the spiritual community at this point as you see it?
Yeah. I don't even know if it's the spiritual community. I think it's more the religious community. And the reason why I say that, brother, is because it's our religious commitments that hinder us in this hour right now. You know, I see it, and I've seen it for years. You know, we don't respond properly because of religious ideologies that we have woven and embedded into our head that keep us from doing things in the name of religion, like loving those that despitefully use you, turning the other cheek, and whatever the other slave teaching is that we got, you know. But you know, it comes a time when a man had to understand other things that also biblical and religious, like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a life for a life. What does real justice look like? What does real justice look like? And I told people, you know, over and over, money is not proper compensation for black life. So, you know, just sticking to the question that you asked about the spiritual aspect.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's religious leaders here now. See, I'm spiritual.
Yes, sir.
And one of my greatest teachers, I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I'm righteous. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm here, because I always been righteous. I've been righteous to the point where I point out racism and get called a racist.
Wow.
That's how righteous I've been. But religious people don't call out racism. Religious people that I've witnessed in my life, in my time.
I got you. Yes,
I mean, they weren't there when we were walking down that street.
No, sir.
And those military people, the state forces were out there to resist us. They wasn't there.
No, sir.
Your spirituality is your reality. That's the thing. Your spirituality is your reality.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? And my spirit is one such that I strive for liberation.
Yes, sir.
And when I'm restricted from that freedom and that liberation, I'm gonna fight.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you know, Brother Lumumba, I listened all the way, man. And you talked about how we don't respond the right way. And we do what our good friend, Brother Shabaka, would say. They begin to craft a theology of avoidance.
That's right.
And I have a saying of my own that's similar to that. They began to use the scripture to teach an escapist doctrine.
An escapist doctrine.
To escape the responsibility of confronting evil, which is antithetical to the scripture. There is no prophet of God that's written anywhere in the sacred text where God did not demand of him to confront the wicked with his word instead of using his word to convince the people to wait on God to confront the wicked. No, it don't work like that.
Right on.
So, brother, the spiritual leadership, and the interesting thing to me about how our spiritual leadership respond in times like this, Dr. King didn't respond like that. All of the people that we hold in high esteem, they came from a quote unquote religious experience. Malcolm, it was religion that produced the Malcolm X. It's religion that gave us Farrakhan. It's religion that gave us Nat Turner. He read the scriptures and understood them differently. And because he could read and discern and comprehend what he was reading, for every scripture that the slave master would teach that supported slavery, he found a countervailing scripture that says, rise up against it. But today we are selective. We want to cherry pick those scriptures that tell us to just go somewhere and pray and let the Lord handle it. So we need to quit shirking our responsibility, because I'm a spiritual man. That's why I'm here, brother. We don't run from that. If we do, we're not fit to even stand in front of the people. So that's why I wanted to ask that question. So, brother, we getting to the nitty gritty of it, and I got that question. We dealt with the Facebook comments. So at this point, Brother Lumumba, man, we got into what the community should be doing to organize. Tell us about SCAT, brother, and what the people need to know and how the people can get involved. SCAT, give them the acronym, man. Yeah. Whatever you want to tell them about.
Yeah, so we SCAT. You know, we formulated the committee, SCAT. And what SCAT is our political liaison and response, okay? It's going to be our first line of communication to the political apparatus of Senatobia, you know, because this is not an isolated incident. This is what proliferated to this point. You know, anybody that live in Senatobia understand the history and the people that were victimized that live outside of the Senatobia area, Valencia and Davion, who is the mother and father of Cohen. They come out of the Panola County community, you know, but they not oblivious of hearing about the terrorism that take place with Senatobia Police Department. And unfortunately, that terrorism claimed the life of their child. So what I'm simply saying is that we inherently in Senatobia inherently own this fight. See what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
People need to understand that. The people that's listening need to understand that the people in Senatobia inherently own this fight.
Listen.
You see? Because it's been going on and we've been fighting it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
so Kohen Wiley may seem like an isolated incident to them, but it was something that was bound to happen if we didn't stop it. And we failed to stop it. Even the people of Panola County that were seeing things, and the people right here in Tate County that have been seeing things and turning the other cheek.
Yes, sir.
Going the other way when Mark almost got killed in his home. When the two little girls got slammed and beat up by the Senatobia Police Department and sent 2 hours away to Corinth, Mississippi to the detention center after they got off the bus from school just because of a remark they made. Okay?
Yes, sir.
When the Brishari Faulkner was slammed down on Mother's Day last year in front of her child, out of her car by a police officer and beat in front of her children on Mother's Day for parking in a handicapped parking spot.
Yes, sir. We did a program on that, brother.
And when Quintavious Easton was handcuffed for peeing and urinating outside.
Yes,
okay? So this department, and we told the Senatobia City Council that you all gonna kill somebody.
You sure did.
We just didn't know it was gonna be a 1-year-old baby.
Yes, sir.
Kohen Wiley should not be in a casket. Kohen Wiley should be in a playpen. That's where he should be. He should be in a playpen in a play area at home right now.
Yes, sir.
Growing up.
Wow. You know, brother, I was in a conversation with one of the state legislators, and he made me aware, and God willing, we will have him on this program to inform the community about something that's happening politically. It's already happened as of July 1. As of July 1, brother, Senate Bill 2710, they're going to start charging teens in Mississippi as adults who commit crimes with guns they will automatically be charged as adults. See, that's strategic. That's in line with what you read in the scripture, brother and sister, spiritual community. When Pharaoh said, come, let us deal wisely with them. Some scriptures say shrewdly, let us kill the male and spare the female. Well, they're going to kill you politically, they kill you economically, and they kill you by passing the kind of legislation that will ensure our young men end up in these prisons. So it becomes our responsibility to go after them and get them and sound the alarm. We're supposed to be the watchmen to sound the alarm and let these young brothers know, look, man, you know, if you're going to own a weapon, be responsible. Get training. Have what you're supposed to have according to the laws that they write. That's what you're going to do. But they made up their mind. They're going to put our young brothers away if they can, where this prison industrial complex is concerned.
Can I say this to that?
Of course. Yes, sir.
I want to say this to that. Yes, they made that decision to put our young brothers away. But when was that law passed? It was just passed July the 1st, right?
July 1st, it went into effect July 1st this year.
Okay. So what we need to look at politically, because we're a politically deficient community, we need political education. We need to be able to identify what you just read.
Yes, sir.
And draw perspective to that. Now, let's just look at that. And I want people to hear this. On July the 1st, they made it easier in a legal way.
Wow.
They made it easier in a legal way to put away your sons. If they make one mistake in life with a firearm, they ready to put them away. But look how hard it is to put away or to even bring up on charges a rogue white race soldier that shot a baby. Now look at that. That's the same government.
Think about that.
That made it increasingly easy, to put your child away for having a gun. But see how hard it is for a state-paid, tax-paid officer that took a kill shot on a baby. We can't even get video footage on him.
Wow. Brothers and sisters, I hope you all heard that. And I was hoping my brother would respond that way, because they're making it infinitely easier to get our young men, our community in general, particularly the male and specifically the youth, to be given harsh sentences and inordinate amounts of time.
That's right.
For the same kinds of crimes that they commit and essentially get away with it.
That's right.
Like this young brother down in Mississippi.
That's right.
They just
Nolan
Wells out with, with them, and they think acceptance is closeness with them or nearness to them. And I'm going to say it, brother and sister, we've been warned over and over again. And history is replete with instances like this, where one black person is hanging out. They go all the way back to James Byrd. They dragged this brother down the highway until his head popped off. And I don't understand in 2026, and this is not blaming, but we have to understand, brother, that, and these are not old racist white people. These are their children with this same mindset. So, brother and sister, brother, we're at the end of this, man. Anything just on your heart that you want to share before we depart, man?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Briefly.
Yes, sir.
Legal and lawful are two different things. Legal and lawful are two different things. Slavery was legal. It was never lawful. Lawful pertains to what is right and wrong universally. Legal is determined by those who have power at the time. So we're dealing with a crooked legal system that manipulate what's lawful to their own benefit. America has decided that white life is way more important than black life. Black people have to decide that we are human and we're humane and we have a humanity worth standing up for. And that's the call of this hour. because they taking our babies now. And if we cannot stand up, that's a testament to us not having a humanity.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. We standing right now for our humanity.
Our humanity.
We standing for our humanity. And
Yes,
I'm calling for all black people all across this nation.
Listen up, y'all.
Mississippi is ground zero. I heard the minister say that when the black man in Mississippi stand up,
Mm-hmm.
then it's time for the nation to stand up. So I'm calling for all of my brothers and sisters all across the nation to invest and deposit into Mississippi right now, because Mississippi is burning. And it's going to continue to burn until we put it out.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have to get a win.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up as an athlete in my closing.
Mm-hmm.
I had a great coach by the name of Ferris Bonds. And he told us one thing. He said, we're not going to have a losing culture. A losing culture means that you come in expecting to lose. Okay? Expecting to lose. I'm tired of black people saying two things.
Mm-hmm.
Two things I'm tired of black people saying. Ain't nothing gonna happen to him. And if that was my child, okay? I want to slap whoever say that going forward. Don't tell me, Patrick Lumumba, ain't nothing gonna happen to him, because you basically saying that ain't nothing gonna happen to them based on them. I understand that. But what about you? What about you? We got to break the confidence of white people, and we got to build our own confidence. And Marcus Garvey said, without confidence, we already defeated.
That's
so
right.
A lot of us don't have no confidence. You stay away from this. I'm talking about the black people who don't have no confidence. You stay away from this, because you don't need to be dragging us down with your lack of confidence. And those who talking about if that was my baby, first of all, let me tell you, if that was your baby, you ain't going to do shit. You ain't going to do nothing, because you haven't practiced doing something. You ain't even here. So how you going to do something if it was your baby? And you facing the same restrictions we facing, and we determined, and you, if that was my baby. No, I already know you're not going to do nothing.
That's right.
That's a deflective response. That's a deflection. That's all that is. It's just like it's a deflection when you want to start talking about black on black crime when white people done took our life. That's a deflection. If you want to talk about black on black crime, talk about it all the time. Don't talk about when white people have come to claim our baby's life. Okay? So that's where we at right now.
Yes, sir.
We have to deal with this system, sir. We got to deal with it.
Yes, sir. That's our brother Lumumba, and
thank you,
brother, man. Thank you so much. And I, it just came in my head, brother. We talked about in your call, you're calling everybody, particularly our men. And brother, I want to bring you back in the near future, because we as men need to get together.
Yes, sir.
We need to have a conversation. We've had one in Tupelo, but I'm not going to go into it. But what you were talking about, brother, is those who are afraid.
Yes, sir.
Not having confidence is like being afraid.
Absolutely.
And I want to close with this scripture from Revelation 21, chapter 7. No, I'm sorry, Revelation chapter 21, verse 8. This is in the wake of those who had overcome. Verse 8 reads, but the fearful, I'm going to say that part again, but the fearful and the unbelieving are those that say they ain't going to do nothing to him. You don't even believe nothing going to happen. But the fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and the whoremongers and the sorcerers and idolaters and liars, all shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So God don't like no punks, no cowards and deflecting people who come to the situation already mentally defeated. So brothers and sisters, we want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Normally I would go to another set of commercials, but the conversation was just too important. For those that support us, please look, count it to my heart, not to my head, not to my heart. This is a very, very important conversation. We want to keep this narrative alive. We're not going to allow it to be commandeered by somebody else. We want you to please support the Final Call newspaper, brothers and sisters. In Holly Springs, if you want to deliver it at your door, give us a call at 662-252-8999. If you want to be a part of the 10K Fearless Tri-State Podcast family, send me an email at dremuhammad1@gmail.com, or you can write us at 10K Fearless Tri-State, Post Office Box 517. That's the same post office box that our brother Alfred Skip Robinson had. P.O. Box 517, Holly Springs, Mississippi 38635. Please support our Supreme Bean Pie. I want you to get a good look. Again, to see that right there. If you want to support us with a charitable contribution, a donation that goes to help keep our ministry alive in Holly Springs, Mississippi, we got that teeny beanie, that 6-inch one. Yeah. Get you one of those. Give us a call at 662-252-8999. Brothers and sisters, now we close. We thank you for tuning in. We want you to always remember that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has said to us that self-improvement is the basis for community development. And always remember as we close, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said this, quote, "No one can attempt to help our people do anything productive and constructive without feeling personal hurt, pain, loss, being evil spoken of, falsely accused, sometimes beaten, sent to prison, or even put to death. This is the path of Jesus. This is the path of Muhammad. And this is the path of every sincere person who wants to see his or her people delivered from our present condition." End quote. Once again, brothers and sisters, always remember that self-improvement is the basis for community development. We leave you as we came before you with the greeting words of peace, of Assalamu alaikum, or peace be unto you.
10,000 fearless on the move. 10K fearless. Mississippi. 10K fearless on the move. Mississippi. Sip.
Gotta make a move and take control. Have something we can call our own. So shine your light, help the people see that now is the time for us to be free. And if you waiting on the pie in the sky, you better wake up fast. They told you a lie, cause big fields await the wide awake man. Elijah's got the message.
10,000 fearless on the move. 10K fearless. Mississippi. 10K fearless on the move. Mississippi. Sip. Injustice we've had enough. All of our divisions we're breaking up. Destiny has been calling us. The spirit of the Most High is guiding us.
See, the time is now. What you waiting on? Quit shooting your brothers. Put your gun down. Come on. They got a cage waiting for you if you keep that up. Early graves coming to you. From that, can't raise you up. Now, Sister Ida B and Fannie Lou, check them out and you'll know what to do. But if you really want your enemy to be alarmed, read the final call. Follow Farrakhan.
10,000 fearless on the move. 10K fearless. Mississippi. 10K fearless on the move. Mississippi.